DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
All right, everybody, welcome into Fresh Takes with Russo and Felice. I am Paul Russo. Next to me, as always, the man, the myth, the burrito bowl eating legend himself, Nick Felice. A little bit early today. Nick, you have an appointment, so we're going to try and rapid fire this as quick as we can and everything. But, yeah, boy, we got some good football headlines to discuss today.
Yes, I had char burrito. I had char burrito for lunch. It was good.
There you go.
But not always next to you is that tree behind you, so it's nice.
Yeah, it's Christmas time. Appreciate Christine coming in from CV Designs.
Today? Did you put these trees up?
Last Friday.
All right.
When we do the studio shot here in a second, we'll see we got some poinsettias. It's feel the season. It's a big weekend here in Saginaw Falls.
It's the biggest weekend.
Yeah.
Of the whole year. We only get 52 of them.
Yeah, that's technically correct. I didn't think about it that way, but that is true. So that and more. But first thing, a couple more of our sponsors, including Finger Lakes Partners. Get the insurance you need from the people you know at Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, the insurance agency for your home, auto, or business. Get an obligation quote today at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Lil John and Barbie Orthodontics. Dr. Lil John, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients. Through their exceptional orthodontic care, you can check out Dr. Odd and Dr. Liz online at liljohnortho.com. All right, Nick. Let's begin in the NFL space, as we always do. I think the biggest stuff from the weekend...
Didn't want to start with college football today.
That might take most of our talking anyway. So, yeah, we had back-to-back nights, as I call, generational hate watching. Chiefs losing to the Texans the way they did, the Eagles losing to the Chargers in the way that they did.
Fumble interception on the same play.
Well, yeah, Jalen Hurts with two turnovers there. It's. I don't know which team is in a worse spot right now. Obviously, season-wise, it's the Chiefs.
Yeah, because they're out.
But, I don't know, man. The Eagles into the offseason are going to have to deal with more, I think.
All right, I'll do this question start. Okay. People are comparing this Eagles team to the one that choked in 2023. Which team's better, this one or the 2023 one?
I suppose would you have to go on paper this one technically?
They didn't have Saquon in 2023.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's why I'm viewing it the way that I'm viewing it.
But this team has not played well.
Right.
Neither one of those teams are good.
No.
Especially at the end of the season.
Right.
But they're leaning that way, like first-round exit, sounds like.
Yeah. Well, if they're lucky. Which I guess for the Eagles, yeah. Like, there's... If the Eagles lose somehow more than one game in the final 4 games that they have issue. They need to be firing people on the spot.
What you're saying is a repeat Super Bowl seems very unlikely.
Very, very.
Yeah.
Very, very unlikely.
Yeah, that's a lot of varies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if we're going to get one of these two teams. No.
I don't think we're going to get either of them. I mean...
One might not even make the playoffs.
Oh, I don't think there's a way that Chiefs, frankly, do. To be fair, they do start this weekend with having the Chargers, who they're going to have to leapfrog anyway. But they still have Denver one more time in addition to that. And then I think they have the Chargers again a second time. So, yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it for them. The Eagles get lucky in the fact that the East, NFC East, hello, very bad.
Big game this weekend.
We'll get to that when we make our picks. But they're lucky that like I said, their road is easier. If Dallas did win that game this past week, we'd be having a different discussion.
But
it's just not happening.
And their defense looked as bad as ever.
Yeah.
But the Bills won.
Big one for them.
Cincinnati's probably done.
Yeah, in that sense, I still don't know if I'd want to play them, though. And we'll get to that, obviously, more with our picks, too. But, yeah. Tale of two, frankly, they played pretty good enough for 3 quarters. The fourth quarter just came off the rails for them. Burrow, the first interception's on him. The one that Benford tipped and brought back in. That second one, I don't view it as on him in that sense, but he seemed pretty feisty for what I kind of figured was going to happen and everything. So, yeah, not bad. And they get a rematch this weekend from his first game back last, I guess now 2 football weeks ago with Baltimore, and that's another team on the skids. And there's a lot of rumors coming out about them right now.
They got hosed, I feel like, on Sunday.
Well, yeah, the ruling was bad.
Football move.
Yeah.
Get out of here. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
They would have taken the lead. Sure, could the Steelers gotten a field goal, taking the lead back? But I think the Ravens got hosed in that game.
Yeah, I mean, and that for the ruling, yeah. I mean, it was bad. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not your favorite game, I know. Ravens Steelers. Well,
I find it funny that all of a sudden now apparently the Steelers are back. We're not talking about them at all. I think they got lucky the fact that they played a team that's in a similar spot as them in that sense. And, yeah, here we are. I don't know. I go back to something I said last week. I don't buy into Lamar being hurt. He's just playing bad. Like, I don't, it is what it is.
Hurt?
Well, yeah, we know that. I can't believe he played. I wouldn't have. That's crazy.
Tough kid.
You're risking more than just your season by playing him. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part to me. And I'm not saying whatever, but wow. And even then, like, it was close to being all for naught. Like, let's be fair to the Philly thing here for a second. It's not exactly like the Chargers dominated by any means. It was quite the opposite.
I haven't been pretty impressed with the Chargers of late.
Yeah.
Think Daniel Jones plays through his injury?
No, we know that for a fact. We got Phillip Rivers. Are you like what?
That's real. That's real.
What do you mean it's real? He had his press conference today. He's took 17 from Daniel Jones.
He just took his number?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is all right with that.
Yeah.
So, does he have to wait another 5 years to go back in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know. He's a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame this year.
Right now.
Like, I don't know what happens. Like, this is crazy.
Has anyone ever come back after 5 years away from the game?
How long was Gronk out for?
Just a year. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't 5. 5's a long time.
Yeah,
half decade for those keeping track of it.
I don't think so. At least not in our recent time. That's
especially for a quarterback when he was already old to begin with. How old is he?
44 or something like that.
Jeez,
he's a grandfather. Like what? What is happening, by the way, outside? Do you hear that?
Angry Bob.
I guess.
Yeah, he didn't seem like he had anything to tank 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
How is he going to be any good?
Maybe there was a kicker. Maybe kickers. Kickers feel like they'd be. But even then, though, I don't remember any kicker being out for more than like a year. Though. Yeah.
This is. So I'm assuming Richardson's still hurt.
Yeah, he had that weird eye injury thing.
So yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's
what and they think Riley Leonard's hurt. Like, that's why they really brought Rivers in, was the fact that
this is desperate.
Yeah.
Especially when you could have got like, I don't know, could have got like a lot of quarterbacks. The one that popped in my head, I don't agree with it, is Cam Newton. I mean,
No.
but he's been like
If you thought Phil, God, it pains me because you know how I feel about Cam Newton.
yeah,
Like,
his takes are terrible.
well,
but
in that sense, well, right. But I'm saying like the player, like I live by the fact Cam Newton, right, was the best college football player I've ever seen, like bar none. And obviously in the NFL he was electric, but like when he was done, he was done. Like that final, like really frankly year and a half was,
when he was on like the Patriots,
and then back to Carolina. Like if you thought Rivers was done, like Cam was like, I don't know what's beyond.
I agree.
I don't know what's beyond done in that sense, but like it was like gone.
but I agree. It's just, my point is there got to be somebody else, right?
I
Rivers?
mean, the tough part is because of the trade deadline element. Like it's gone. You could go and get somebody off a practice squad, right? But like, I mean, it'd be like your options are like Desmond Ritter, Sam Hartman,
Kyle McCord.
Tommy DeVito, McCord. Yeah, like not a knock on any of them, right? But like, I mean, I also don't know if Philip Rivers is the right answer. Like, to be fair, like, I don't know. I just don't know if they're. I guess God, it sounds.
That's a strange.
It sounds bad saying it this way, but I just don't know if there's any.
I understand it's real.
Available, right?
I understand it's real, but that's a strange
story.
story.
I think too, right? The element that played in there, and I do understand it from this angle. Like he knows the system. It's something that he's been familiar with through the coaching he's done as he runs the same system. I mean, I guess I get it from that angle, right?
Is he trying to help his Hall of Fame case?
No, I don't think he doesn't strike me as the guy to like care about that.
Well, let's look at it this way. The Colts are good.
Yeah.
They have a good record. I don't know if they're a good team right now.
Well, yeah.
Imagine if he won a Super Bowl this year. Greatest sports story ever.
I mean, it's up there. Right?
It would be up there, yeah. Just to come out mid-season.
30 for 30 presents Old Man Rivers. A true underdog story. Kurt Warner's in shambles, by the way, if that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be one hell of a story.
Yeah.
Also, he's the guy going forward, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they have Riley Leonard, obviously, but they're worried about his health. And then I know the third string is Brett Rippon. So, yeah.
I'm just curious, has Rivers been itching to get back like all these years?
I don't think so. I think the way it sounded was just like the right storm for him kind of happened. The other name I did hear, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, was allegedly the Bengals were debating about waiving Flacco. But probably for their better judgment decided not to.
What's Flacco trying to go to, the Steelers?
No, the Colts.
No, if he plays for the Steelers.
Oh, I see what
he played for every team in the
I
division.
do see what you're doing now there, yeah.
AFC North King.
Seriously. Wait, hold on. Who was the quarterback? There was a quarterback a few years ago who did the gauntlet. Not in the North, but
probably Fitzpatrick.
No. It was on the NFC side. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the name. That's on me.
That's all right. But Rivers is back.
Oh, no, you want to know who it was, I think? It was Josh McCown. The only team he didn't play for was, I think, the Packers in the NFC North at one point.
Wow.
Yeah. There's another name they could have gotten.
Seriously? Could have got Greg McElroy, get him off TV. Jeez.
I don't. We'll get to it. We'll get to all that in a minute. So don't you worry.
Dan Orlovsky, actually keep him on TV. He actually stuck up for
Dan's all right. Yeah. Clipboard king.
Is he?
Well, you know he went to college.
Oh, UConn.
Yep. The year that they were sponsored by Aeropostale for a jersey.
Respect UConn Independent.
Fight the power. Yeah, I think that's pretty much really all from the NFL side. You want to get into picks?
Yep.
All right. All right. So the buys are over, Nick. You're thrilled. This is the last week though of a normal schedule of football in terms of NFL.
Yeah.
After this, we get to Saturdays. We get Christmas. Even though Christmas is on
next week, Saturdays.
Thursday this year. Yeah.
So there's three weeks of Saturdays.
I think so. Yeah.
They started doing Saturdays last week too. Like if it's a big game, they'll put it on Saturday. The last week.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. But 16 games. I went 9-7 last week, Nick. You went 7-9, so I get a 1-game advantage now.
Oh,
The NFL.
it's been a struggle. It's been back and forth.
It is. Well, not really. You had a commanding thing there for a while, and you blew it.
It's not over.
You had it all, and you blew it. Thursday night this week, Atlanta at Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers 4.5-point home favorites. Do you think Penix is done in Atlanta, by the way, at this point?
Well, Phil Rivers is getting jobs. You never know.
Fair.
I like to hope not. I think he's gonna get the job. I think he'll be back. But this game, Tampa Bay has not been playing great.
No, they have not.
But at home, I'll take Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
They need it.
It's tough not to go Tampa Bay, I think.
The
Here.
Falcons have not been playing great
Yeah,
either.
yeah. All right, Sunday at 1 p.m., Buffalo at New England. The Patriots are 1.5 home underdogs here.
Really?
Yep.
It's hard not.
They opened as underdogs, too, so.
I'm not buying New England to win the Super Bowl, but I'll take New England this week.
This one's a real toss-up to me. I'm going to go New England here. They're off a bye. I don't know. If Buffalo wins this, it kind of changes the way not that the past couple games they haven't done it, but like if they actually go out there and beat New England this week, it definitely changes the way I kind of view them postseason wise, I think. But kind of have to prove it here.
This is a big game for Buffalo.
Yeah, they have to prove it here. I don't want to say it's the last of their like super tough games because they still have to go to Cleveland. They have Philly and they have the Jets after this weekend. So
We will see.
yeah. The Jets, speaking of which, are at Jacksonville. The Jags are 12.5-point home favorites.
Every week, I'm getting more and more sold on the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I'm going Jaguars.
Yeah, I'm on Jags here. It's all right to be average, as I've been saying with them. It's okay to be average. Nothing wrong with it.
Duval.
Cleveland at the Bears, 7.5-point home favorites, Chicago.
Bears.
I'm torn on this one.
You think Sanders rookie of the year?
I'm going Cleveland here. Just
Did you see Chicago?
Caleb against actually good defenses. Have you noticed? Not lighting it up.
I don't know if it's still like this, but I'm pretty sure Chicago went from the 1 seed to the 7th
Yeah.
in 1 week.
Yeah.
And Caleb has not. Like, the Bears been playing good, but Caleb has.
Caleb's been, like, I don't want to get it twisted. Like, he's been playing better, but there is still a lot that, like, he should be doing and he's not. Like, there were some pretty. I don't think he cost them the game in Green Bay this past weekend. But, like, he didn't do any favors on a few throws.
No.
You know.
Taking the gamble on the Browns.
That's going to be a low-scoring game, I think. So.
And you never know what the weathers are for these games.
Right.
It could be snowing in Chicago.
But for both of those teams, right, like, I don't view the weather as being as much of a wild card because they both, especially Cleveland, as we know, plays in bad climate this time of year. So. All right, Baltimore at Cincinnati. The Bengals are 2.5-point home underdogs.
I'm going to go Cincinnati.
Yeah, I
think Baltimore's done.
Yeah, I bought it. This is another case of, like, they actually need this game, but, like, I don't see a way that they get, not right now anyway. Cincinnati has, like I said, Cincinnati, they lost to the Bills, but, like, there's momentum there.
And Baltimore just got Pete Alonso, so.
Yeah.
That's all the excitement they're going to get this week.
More than likely. I don't think UMBC is going to do anything. Or Towson. So.
Towson, good city.
Shout out. Arizona, Houston Texans, 9.5-point home favorites.
Houston.
Yeah. I like what they're doing. That defense is pretty good.
It is. Very, I would hate to say underrated, but it's.
The only reason why I think underrated fits because it's like it's crazy how like nobody's really talking about them still in that sense, but like that whole line just swallows you, and like I think that's the key part, right? Is like the whole front four swallows. Paul needs to work on freezing, and Like, I don't think the secondaries are anything like uber great, but like they're not bad either, which helps. So
Good defense.
yeah, Vegas at Philly, the Eagles 11.5-point home favorites. Just be the smart thing here. Don't. I did the same thing. I'm doing Philly. Like
The only thing exciting happening in Vegas this weekend is the Knicks.
true.
Sorry, is it too soon? Sorry, he didn't.
No, even though the game is in Philly, it's okay.
So I'm going Philly.
Yeah. Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs are 4.5-point home favorites.
Chargers at the Chiefs. Chargers, I guess. I gotta go with it.
I'm on Chargers as well. Just
I would have got you with the Y there if you said Chiefs, but you're not gonna.
I'm trying to figure out. Maybe the Y's coming on this game, the last of the 1 o'clock. Washington at the Giants. Giants are 2.5-point home favorites.
Washington.
I'm going the Giants. Proud of you for not doing the Y on that one.
Yeah, no.
Nick, I'm sorry. I know this is a battle of the tanks again here and everything, but Jaden Daniels is out again. I don't know. Jackson Dart's back. Giants off the bye.
We're at the point where we're picking our opposite teams here.
Kind of. All right, the late window. All 425s this week. Interesting.
Really? No 405s?
No. Leading off with a couple bangers. Indianapolis at Seattle. The Seahawks are 13.5-point home favorites.
Seattle's 13.5.
Yeah.
I don't know if they win by 13.5,
Yeah.
but I'm going to take Seattle.
I'm on Seattle as well there. Maybe the Colts do cover that, but
Is Rivers playing?
yeah,
He is.
as far as I know.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just jumping right in.
Yeah.
Maybe they will win by 13.5.
Speaking of big spreads, Tennessee at San Fran. 49ers coming off the bye week are 12.5-point home favorites. Are you really? This might have to be an inverse Y week here potentially here.
No, San Fran. I mean, Tennessee did just get a win. I would love to see him win again as a Giants fan. But I'm going to go San Fran.
I was about to inverse YU. I'm going San Fran too. What are we doing?
Yeah, true.
You really were thinking about it though. Green Bay at Denver. The Broncos 2.5-point home underdogs.
I think it's coming here. We're going to pick Green Bay.
Damn it.
You're picking Green
I
Bay.
went Green Bay too.
I was ready
The
for it.
Denver thing though, right, is just like they play with fire too closely. It's going to catch up eventually here. And I think Green Bay is just too good of a team to allow that to happen. Now, to be fair, Green Bay don't.
I don't like
Bad Nick. Bad Nick.
I don't like it.
Detroit at the Rams. The Rams are 5.5-point home favorites.
I think this is it. Pretty confident. I'm pretty confident I'm already going to say my why, Paul.
Okay.
I'm going Detroit.
Interesting. I'm going Rams.
I knew it. I got early why.
Is that actually why that we're doing here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Detroit. Rams just got beat by who?
The Rams won last week.
Oh, yeah, they killed the
They lost to the Panthers though,
Panthers 2
the
weeks
week
ago.
prior. The Detroit thing though is interesting. I just don't. Something's off there. Don't know what. Something's off. That being said, this is going to be a good test to see how good that Rams defense actually is, especially the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I think this is going to be a lot of points going each way. We'll find out though. But I'm going with the Rams. So this was in Detroit. This might be an inverse for me where I would be taking them, but I'm going to go with the Rams here. Last of the late window, Carolina at New Orleans. The Saints are 2.5-point home underdogs here. Been playing better.
They have.
Tyler
They have
Shock.
3 wins, I think.
Tyler Shuck out
I'm
here.
going to go Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going Carolina too. Shuck out here playing ball though, man.
A lot better than Rattler.
Yeah. Which is sad. Sunday Night Football, Minnesota at Dallas. The Cowboys 5.5-point home favorites.
Minnesota.
I-
Sink 'em.
I can't do it. especially after this past weekend, what Minnesota did to the Commanders.
Sink 'em.
I'm doing Dallas. Especially, like I said, after what Minnesota did to the Commanders,
Fair.
what they did specifically to Zach Ertz. Bad enough I'm off the Vikings.
I know I lost Zach Ertz.
It was a dirty hit, by the way. Like, that was a dirty hit.
Done for his career.
I don't know about career, but he's not going to be the same.
No.
He's 36. Anyway, Monday Night Football this week, Miami at Pittsburgh. The Steelers are 3-point home favorites.
Marlins, Pirates.
Penguins, Panthers.
Ooh, Panthers.
Panthers, Hurricanes.
Ooh.
Heat and the fish that say Pittsburgh.
Fish and coleslaw.
Miami, Florida International, and Duquesne.
But we're still going to stick here with Dolphins, Steelers.
Yep.
I'm going to go Steelers. I don't know why, but I'm just going to go.
I'm going Miami here. I think they reversed their fortunes in bad weather. They've been playing some good football, man, and I just think maybe it's time. Maybe it's time for them. And do I really trust Pittsburgh to win 2 in a row? That would mean 2 games above 500.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if I see that.
They don't do a lot with 2 in Pittsburgh since the Pirates have not signed a multi-year free agent still since 2016.
Hi, Gregory Soto.
1 year.
Welcome home. College football time here before we get out of here, as we got to get you out of here, Nick. Man, it's tough because a lot of this stuff has been said. I don't know. And it's very apparent I'm in the minority here about the G5s, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with it. I think I'm going to establish my take officially here on the podcast here in a second involving that. Let me
watch it.
Here's what I will say, though. Alabama should not be in. Right? Furthermore, Notre Dame sat idle this week. Miami sat idle this week. We said it on here the past couple of weeks. We said to each other elsewhere. I did not have a problem. I thought Notre Dame should have been in over Miami anyway, based on eye test. I did say, though, and I conceded, whether you liked it or not, or whether other people liked it or not, that if it did come down to head-to-head, you have to give the edge to Miami because they beat them on the field. I agree with that wholeheartedly. My issue is you had 2 teams that sat idle this week, 2 that didn't and played, and I get you don't want to punish a team that lost in the conference title. I get that. I agree you probably really shouldn't be doing that anyway. But you cannot tell me that Alabama did not look so bad that they had to have been dinged. Yeah. They got boat raced. It was not a game, right? You had 2 teams sit idle. You let 1 team jump one of the teams that sat idle this week. That cannot happen. That's where I have my biggest issue with the committee right now. And I get it, whatever. If you want to blame anybody to me, blame the ACC for having a 7-5 team make their conference title, win the conference title, because they went out there and beat the teams in the conference schedule they were supposed to beat. At the end of the day, the part that drives you up the wall is we're complaining about whatever and arguing about whatever. But at the end of the day, this is something I tell people I coach anyway as is. If you win, you're not going to have to worry about it. Handle your business where you're supposed to handle it and move on. Unfortunately, you had teams and you have this where people come into play and it just shook out in to me, a bad way where you frankly have a team that I don't know if they win the national title this year, but the way Notre Dame had been playing, they have a pretty damn good case to probably get there.
Yeah.
So that's where I stand on that side of things, for sure.
Well, yeah, you make a good point. Well, I don't think you physically said it, but you're upset that Alabama didn't drop, but BYU did.
Correct.
That's what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where I'm upset too.
I will say this, not to interrupt. I will say this: Alabama is better than BYU. I think. I know it's a little bit contradictory, but I disagree with people saying that BYU should be just as mad as Notre Dame. I disagree with that.
I just don't understand where they got that BYU should be dropped. Yeah. The scores were 34-7 and 28-7.
Yeah.
We're talking 6 points here. And if you really want to dive into it, Alabama looked a lot worse than BYU did on Saturday. They're both bad.
Yeah.
But Alabama had -3 rushing yards.
Yeah.
And you can't overlook that.
No, I agree with that.
Personally, they both should have dropped. They both didn't play great. I personally think they both should have dropped. And it should have been Notre Dame the 9, Alabama the 10. Just how they did it. Truthfully, it should have been Miami, Notre Dame in, because Alabama should not have passed
Correct.
Notre Dame the week before for beating Auburn. Barely beating Auburn.
Yeah.
The only reason they did that is because just in case BYU actually won,
Yeah.
the one team that was on the bottom had to come out.
Yeah.
And they didn't want it to be Alabama. They wanted Notre Dame to take the fall. Notre Dame ended up taking the fall anyway.
Yeah.
Watching Saturday, Notre Dame pretty much got everything to go their way, but we just didn't realize if Virginia had won, maybe we would have been in. Do they give ACC 2 teams? They feel like they probably.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like they had to put an ACC team in there.
Yeah, Duke winning threw the wrench in there.
Yeah, that turned out to be the only thing they didn't get to go their way.
Yeah.
If you can't drop, you shouldn't be allowed to move up. Conference championship game is just the week is just.
Yeah.
There's barely any teams playing.
Right.
It's a little bit controversial. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I think you shouldn't have conference, and they're never going to get rid of them because it's money. But you shouldn't have conference championship games, especially when everybody's in the same conference now.
Well, okay, so that's really where it lies, right? Because I was about to say I don't have a problem with them, but like, you have to make them mean something again. Because what the past 2 years now, right, has shown me. Because you have to remember the ACC, they didn't penalize SMU last year, right? You know, what it shows me now the past couple of years is the fact that, like, for only 1 week, the games essentially don't matter.
Yeah.
Which I understand to one end, but to the other end, and this is where I agree, I've seen only a couple people bring this up, but, like, at the end of the day, when you play, the objective is to win, not to just meander. So, I don't know.
And I haven't said my piece on the show here, but I've just tired of talking about this because I was so pissed on Sunday because I felt like Notre Dame should have been in. They lost 2 games this year, first 2 games of the season, 1 in August, and they lost by a total of 4 points, and they just dominate the last 10 games.
Yeah.
And it's not like...
And that's what I meant by the eye test thing.
Yeah, they just absolutely dominate these last 10 games. Yeah. And you tell me, why we even play these last 10 games? We were already out 2 weeks ago. We were like 9, around the 9 mark.
Yeah.
The 9th ranked team for a long time. And all of a sudden, we just keep falling, even when we don't even come close to losing. And people say we don't play anyone. I don't care what people say about strength of schedule. We got better schedule than these Big Ten teams. Some of these Big Ten teams have easy schedules. And we beat but even though the one team I'm going to bring up is who we beat is USC, who's in the Big Ten.
Well, my main thing with that is you're right and wrong. I get where you're coming from. The tough part with Notre Dame, right, is they go the ACC route, and this year their ACC games were,
these schedules are made ahead of time.
Correct. Look, on paper, Syracuse should not have been as bad as they were this year, right? On paper, Boston College should not have been as bad as they were this year. Stanford's a little bit different because that's kind of rivalry game that dates back a while, stuff like that, right?
All I just want to say is just like, what happened to bad losses being a negative on your resume?
No, I hate it. It's essentially the good loss thing, right?
Yeah. It's like you could have a bad loss and people don't even care as long as you have good wins.
And I'm sorry, but to me, the way I view it, a loss is a loss. I don't care who you play, especially in today's day and age, right? Where someone I didn't bring up, and maybe I should have, you have Alabama getting as a 3-loss team, and I'm sorry, I don't think they deserve to be in the playoff either, but I would put Texas in over Alabama. I can tell you that much.
And it's just like, it's all goes back to the preseason rankings too. Like Vanderbilt, obviously, nowhere near the rankings at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
They're 10-2. What makes Oklahoma that many spots ahead of them. They're both 10-2.
Yeah.
You could argue Vanderbilt's better. I don't know if they played each other this year. I can't remember off the top of my head. But they're both 10-2. Just because Oklahoma was ranked earlier in the season and Vanderbilt wasn't, it's just you put yourself in a hole.
Yeah, and look, the committee does themselves no favors because they do this BS TV show every Tuesday for the 5 weeks leading in. And then people wonder why, whether it's ESPN or the committee, wonder why people are mad. It's because you go around doing this for a month before for it to mean zero, nothing.
Here's the thing about Tulane and James Madison. I have no problem with them in there.
Yeah.
Because it's just shocking to me college football has gone this route to allow the conference champions to get in. The same organization in sport that didn't let Boise State and TCU and Central Florida and Florida State all these years.
But that's the thing I want to bring up here before we kind of wrap this up and get to our picks, right, is my main take on this at this point, right? So I'm pro, as you know, I'm pro G5. I'm pro having the mid-majors and everything like that. I hate the fact that the players on Tulane, on James Madison, I'll go deeper, right? North Texas. Unfortunately, outside James Madison, there's nobody really in the Sun Belt this year that would have probably had that opportunity. But like your North Texases, right? Your Memphises, South Floridas. Go back to last year at Boise State, but like UNLV this year, Hawaii, nobody brought up, had a sneaky great year. Navy. You mean to tell me that those players didn't work as hard as your kids on Alabama and your kids at A&M, at Oklahoma, Miami, et cetera, et cetera? No. In fact, in a lot of cases, they're probably working harder, given the situation.
Yeah.
I have a problem discrediting what they do, right? All year I've heard from people, and in the past few days I've heard from people that they're minor league teams. And it's such bull to me. I hate it. But here's where I'm going to meet them in the middle then, right? I'm going to concede right now that, you want to know what? They don't deserve to be in. But here's the kicker then at that point. If you're a Power 4 school, you can't play them anymore. And when you can't play them anymore, you can't play the FCS schools anymore. You can't play anything below your Power 4 ranking.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
It's a good rule.
And then don't complain, right, when your school is on a middle ground that year, and all of a sudden you have 4 losses because you went and lost to Missouri or Washington or Syracuse or Pitt. Don't go complain then. I'm sick of it. It's not fair to those kids on those schools. Nobody has a problem with it. And this is another part, too, that it's a little bit side or whatever. Everybody's blaming the NCAA for the football thing. It's not the NCAA's fault. It's a third party's fault. See, the NCAA runs the FCS championship, not the FBS, right? What do you want them to do? They can only control so much in this scenario. Don't go blame it. I can't believe people have me defending the NCAA here. Don't go blaming the NCAA for this fiasco. It's not on them. People wanted it this way. Now you have to live with the consequences. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you're ridiculous for that, but
I know.
I'm sorry. Don't yell at me.
It's not you, but there's a lot of people I genuinely care about who we talk about this a lot. And it's just like, if that's what you guys want to have, fine. I'm more than fine with it. But then don't go and schedule your Georgia States. Don't go and schedule your Troys. Don't go and schedule your Arkansas States. Don't go scheduling your Furmans or your Elon or Gardner Webbs for your beat-up games. Now you're going to have to go ahead and deal with your Pitts, with your Syracuses, right? With your Colorados, with your Arizonas. Deal with it. That's what I'm leaving it at this point. It's like, if you want to go that way, fine. But that's what you're going to have to deal with from now on.
Any rumors of them getting rid of the conference champions then?
I'm sure they extended that deadline, so I'm sure it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Well, what stinks is everyone's in the same conference now.
Yeah.
Duke's not even playing every team in the ACC, and they beat up on the middle of the pack ACC, got the 6-2 record, and got into the championship game.
Yeah.
It's just they're a team that was 7-5, probably doesn't deserve to be in any championship game, but they went 6-2 in the ACC.
They did their job.
Somehow, I gotta see this tiebreaker. Was it strength of schedule?
Yeah. Percentage, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see.
Win percentage on the strength of schedule.
I gotta see that. I gotta see it. I gotta see the math.
No. It was opponent win percentage.
In the conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
But look, at the end of the day with that, I go back to it. They did their job.
Any part of you think Duke should be in over James Madison?
No, absolutely not. I refuse to even entertain that.
Go Blue
Manny Diaz won an ACC title before Mario Cristobal did, though. All right, let's get to our picks here. We're going a little bit long for you, Nick, so let's get this going here. Picks last week, I took the lead outright back from you. I went 4-1. You went 3-2. The difference was that Big Ten championship game, which we didn't talk about at all because of the college football playoff, which was a great game. But Indiana getting that done.
I still need to see more.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I think that that might just be your Indiana football biases coming out on that one. Probably view Ball State as a better.
Well, I'm not a Big Ten believer. I personally think the ACC is better, especially at the bottom. Those bottom ACC.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Those bottom ACC teams could beat the crap out of those bottom Big Ten teams. I'm telling you right now, Syracuse would beat Purdue.
I really beg to differ with that statement, especially this year.
Make it happen.
Syracuse lost to Boston College,
but beat Clemson
with our healthy actual quarterback. For 75% of the game.
I'm telling you right now, Virginia Tech would destroy Minnesota.
All right, fair enough. All right, so this is going to be a mishmash of games this week I had to choose from. We're doing 5 as usual. After this, it might get weirder because of the way the bowl games fall, playoff games fall, stuff like that. So we begin those Saturday. So here's the way it is. I'm going to do the FBS games first, and then I have 2 FCS playoff games. First, Saturday at 3 p.m. on the FBS side, Army-Navy, classic, the game. Navy is a 6-point favorite. It's in, is it Baltimore this year?
I think so.
Yeah.
That is a top 5 rivalry in sports. That is way better.
Might be the rivalry in sports.
It's a way better game than Michigan-Ohio State. It's not even close. Yeah. I think Navy gets it done this year.
I agree. Go Navy, beat Army. Navy.
I'm an Army fan.
It's another team that had a playoff chance. But because of the way this breaks out, they have no.
I want to Kennesaw State in there.
Saturday at 8 p.m., the bucked up LA Bowl. No longer the Kimmel Bowl or whatever the hell they're calling it there for the year. Boise State against Washington. Washington is 9.5-point favorite.
Boise State.
Wow. I'm going to go Washington.
I know.
I believe you're disrespecting your hometown Seattle squad.
You're right. It's final game season. Can I switch it?
Oh, you made your pick. Do you want Washington? I'll give you Washington.
Yes, I want Washington.
Right.
Yeah, we're switching it. Give me my hometown. You're right.
As soon as I called them out on it. Tuesday at 9 p.m. because it's technically before we come back. The Salute to Veterans Bowl. Troy versus Jacksonville State. Troy is favored by 3.5 points.
So you're telling me Jacksonville State is not in Jacksonville?
Correct. It's in Jacksonville, Alabama.
I don't like that. I'm going with Troy.
I'm going with Troy as well. All right, Saturday at 3:30 p.m. This is the FCS quarterfinals. South Dakota at Montana. Montana's a 7.5-point home favorite.
South Dakota.
Oh, look at that. I'm going Montana. Give me the Grizz. Claws up. And then Saturday at 5 p.m., this game nobody saw coming because of upsets. Illinois State with a huge upset against North Dakota State last week. They're on the road at UC Davis. UC Davis, 2-point favorites at home.
I'm going UC Davis.
Yeah, I'm going UC Davis as well. I think Illinois State, the Redbirds, I'd love to see them do well. Shout out to some Midwest love for me, but I don't know if they can pull back-to-back upsets off like that. So, all right. That's that for the podcast this week. We are still on as normal next week. on Wednesday. We still are trying to figure out fully here what we're going to do with Christmas and New Year's the way it falls because obviously
we got a Christmas
Well,
Eve episode at 11 p.m.
well, right,
We're
that's
gonna go
not-
right into Christmas.
not happening. But we won't be here in the office anyway, Christmas Eve more than likely. So that's that. But we'll figure that out. We'll let everybody know next week for sure. Nick, before you get out of here, who are you shouting out?
I'm gonna shout out.
Decisions.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out. I got triple shout out.
Wow, a very rare.
Triple shout out.
Only happened 3 times in podcast history.
These shout outs have happened before. My brother Matt, your brother Pat,
Happy birthday.
and my friend Zach Briggs.
Happy birthday.
We are, including me, are the final 4 in our fantasy football guillotine league, which is on yahoo.com. If you're wondering what a guillotine league is,
Coming to your city.
it's an 18-man league, 18-man draft, and whoever's the lowest score for the week is eliminated, and those players go on waivers for everyone else to bid on. And we're down to 4. So shout out Matt, Pat, and Briggs.
There you go. Love that. Hopefully some Jerry 1, the true Jerry 1 prevails in there.
Yeah, also, side shout out to you.
Thank you.
Getting back to the Jerry 1 playoffs for the
Appreciate
first time
it.
since 2020.
We're going to need a little bit of help this weekend, I think.
But 2020 doesn't count because it's COVID.
That's right, Mickey Mouse here, blah, blah, blah. So we'll get out of here, though, on that note. Appreciate you, Nick. We'll get you out of here. Appreciate everybody for listening and tuning in. You can find fresh takes on fingerlakes1.com, the F1 YouTube channel, all major podcasting platforms. Enjoy the weekend, everybody. We'll talk again next week.